Hey guys, I'm Rick. Welcome to kickoff of the 2024 political season. It's caucus time in Iowa, right? Republican caucuses. And hey, we want to invite the world into our humble state in prime fashion. Just to remind you that, hey, what's climate change? Well, this is winter. There's always a bad climate in Iowa in the winter. You just never know when it comes. We all would have loved to have some of this at Christmas time because, you know, a white Christmas and stuff. Personally, though, feeling that I work outside in this kind of crap, I was grateful we didn't get it until we just did. But wow, we have been hammered twice in this past week. On Tuesday, we got about 10 inches of snow here in the greater Des Moines area. I live a few miles from the state capitol building itself, up on the north side here. I got the Bridgestone Firestone plant within eyesight of my house. So, I mean, that'll narrow you down quite a bit. So, the conditions out here are less than desirable, although it will improve because the actual caucuses kick off tomorrow night, I believe. It's Tuesday night or Monday night. And the worst of the blizzard conditions are abated. They've moved off to the east, so good luck to y'all in Illinois and Indiana and stuff. And y'all up next, or you're in the middle of it now, right? It lasted the better part of a day and a half, almost 2 days. The official accounts for snowfall are varied, but I think we picked up another 11 inches. So that puts us at a pretty significant record that we haven't seen in a long time. In the 5 years I've been in this house, it's the first time I've had a drift in the front as big as we have got, and let alone the ones in the back. The back are pretty deep. Which is like I said, this first serious snow like that. And of course, the last 4 winters, I barely used our snowblower that I inherited from my father. And so this year, because of all the cats in the garage and not wanting to deal with trying to corral them and get them dealt with so I can get the blower in and out, I chose to leave the snowblower in the shed. And it's down halfway down the back of the yard, and I would have to go dig my way to the shed, dig the shed out, run an extension cord down there so the electric starter on the snowblower can do the job, because you ain't starting that thing any other way. My driveway's not that big. It's not that big. I shoveled it yesterday. I'll shovel the drifts out again in the morning before I go to work. And of course, to make a double whammy, I was shut down Tuesday all night, all day Tuesday into Wednesday, a little bit into early Wednesday morning, and then I ran out and I ran my butt off all day Wednesday, and then Thursday night through today, I mean, the weather shut me down again from work. So this is a really crappy week, hours-wise. That's going to make for some real challenging checks the next 2 weeks. This week's not looking to be much better with the severe cold. Right now, it is about 9:30 in the morning or so, and it is 17 below, and the wind chill is 38 below. It is nasty, not friendly out there, and I wouldn't work out there even if I had to, because the stuff I do would freeze up so fast. It's just everything will be 4 times harder than it needs to be, and there's a lot of real dangers of damaging things. But to make it kind of took it out of my hands anyway, because our work truck developed an electrical issue. The damn marker lights, headlights, the lights all want to come on and off by themselves. Even after you've shut the truck off and walked away with the keys, they're still doing it, and so they're trying to run that down at the mechanic shop. Unfortunately, once again, with the severe cold and the blizzard storm that we've had, our mechanics, most of these diesel mechanic shops, they take on contracts with big fleets, so they get priority over us little guys. We get bumped. So that's a hard reality too. So they were hoping to get my truck in by tomorrow or Tuesday, and hoping they are too. And secretly, I'm hoping they got it in already. But with the weather shutting everybody down, most people were shut down Friday. I mean, if you watched your local news and they were talking about caucuses in Iowa, right? So another interesting thing about the caucuses here in Iowa is that because of we once were considered a swing state, purple state, but we become more and more Republican over the past decade. And so this caused the Democratic Party to move their First in the Nation caucus to some other state. It was out on the East Coast, which, much to the chagrin and anger of the local Democratic Party. Well, you can't do that. It's in our laws. We have to caucus first in the nation. Well, you wrote a stupid law, Chuck. I mean, Jesus, Democrats, come on. When y'all wrote that one, that was just stupid. Y'all knew you had no chance in hell, and what was the point of doing it in the first damn place? I don't know. All right. So anyway, damn near 2 feet of snow in Iowa within days of each other combined is very rare. Very rare. I've been here my entire life. I'm 57. I mean, I'm telling you, I can count on one hand how many storms I've seen like this in my lifetime. So they call it about a 1 in 10 year storm, and I believe that. So we've gone another 10 years without seeing something like this. I mean, then you add that back to back with the brutal cold. It's butt-ass cold out there. It's like last week, a couple months ago, our van's battery's 4 years old and started showing some signs of it getting old. And so I just had to bite the bullet, and we went and bought a new battery for it last week. And boy, I'm glad it did, because that old battery would not start the van in this shit. And I don't want, like I said, I'm 57. I don't want to be out there dicking with that stuff at my age. No offense, that's a young person's game. Y'all earn you all earn your way through the world, and that's the way it works. So having a few broken down vehicles in nasty weather because you made some questionable judgment calls, or you just financially couldn't do something that you really should have been able to do, welcome to the world of realities of the things. The good thing for us in Iowa is we have a crack transportation network system. Our various municipalities, counties, and the state organizations that are well versed in moving snow. And they did a damn good job of keeping the main arteries open through the majority of the week. The side streets all sucked to high hell. I mean, the wife and I bunkered in for, we went out Thursday night was when the worst started to hit, and I told my boss Thursday morning, I said we had to take the truck up and drop it off a mechanic, so that shut me down anyway. But had it not, the weather would shut it down anyway. And I told him at that. And I told him, I said, I'm going to ask for my check early today, because I think it's stupid to ask anybody to come in here tomorrow when you know it's going to be a blizzard, and they're warning everybody to stay the hell home, especially when they're driving company trucks. You want them running around in that shit tomorrow, the weather conditions in the company trucks, trying to get their checks cashed and run their store. That's just dumb and wrong. And Em agreed with that, so they called the crews in and let them know that they could come get their checks early with everything in their lockers. And then I booked out, grabbed the wife, we ran our errands, got home just as the snow started. And it really didn't crank up until about midnight. Thursday night. And oh boy, by Friday morning, you weren't going nowhere, not anywhere soon, unless you got some equipment to get in and out. And it really was stupid if you did. The roads were full of accidents. They kept shutting the interstate down on a couple long stretches. Just past my hometown of Mitchellville, they shut it down all the way to the Illinois border for an entire evening because of numerous wrecks out there. And the visibility got worse Friday night through Saturday. Yesterday, the blowing snow and stuff was brutal. The actual blizzard condition warnings didn't lay off until late last night, and it's now we're just into the severe cold era, which is going to be with us for a few days. So I have mixed opinions once again. I need to work. I need hours. So fixing to go into the office tomorrow. Spend 7 is the office is usually 8 to 2. So I mean I'm going to spend 7 hours in there. I don't know. Trying to keep a low profile and stay on the clock. Wait till I hear from the mechanic, but I'm not going to push that right off the bat because the cold's too damn cold. Even if it's 20 below out there, 15 below, it's supposed to be like 12 below out there this afternoon. You don't go out and pump liquid stuff very well in that and do it over and over again all day, let alone all night. So I would have been out tonight, for example. I have a place out on the west side called the Tropicana. It's 8,000 gallons. So it's roughly 3 full trips and a kind of a partial. And sucky in this cold weather, any partial has to go be trucked back to the thing to dump it anyway, because of these uber cold. You got risks turning the back of the truck into a big ice, into a big greasy icicle, grease-sicle. Blech. Right? That's nasty thinking. But when you're talking wind chills of upwards of 40 below, no. No, there's just too many things that can go wrong, go south, and then you find yourself exposed out there and in real trouble. Once again, I'm old enough and wise enough to know better, and my boss and them and his wife are quite aware of that and have voiced that numerous times to me. So I'm confident they leave that up to me, because that's the way things, gotta go. And we talk about blizzard conditions. This is fresh pictures. These are all fresh pictures of the last 2 days here, taken in part by the numerous various news agencies that are, perched all over the city right now, along with a lot of these wannabe caucus folks that are coming in for the caucus. And, I don't know what to tell these people. I applaud their effort. I got to do video on this shit because it's just not, I don't know what the whole point of it is. How many millions, tens of millions of dollars have all these various Republican campaigns spent of their donors' money, of course, never their own money, but their donors' money on this futile chase to be number 2 in Trump's shadow. You yeah, you want to be number 2 in Trump's shadow. Trump take a big old number 2, and there you go. Just saying. Anyway, welcome Iowa, welcome America to Caucus 2024 Iowa edition. It is going to be an ugly, brutal, entertaining year for the elections in America. God help everybody.